Good morning, student. Now this is your conversation class. Last day we have read many new questions. We are going to discuss that questions only. Okay? Let's start. Name the 4 different rooms in your house. Here the question is that, okay, you have many rooms in your house. You have to name any 4. Any 4 rooms you have to name. So that is why the question, you should know the question also. Name the 4 different rooms in your house. Name the 4 different rooms in your house. What will be the answer? You will say, the 4 different rooms in my house are, the 4 different rooms in my house are, first one, drawing room, bedroom, dining room, study room. I have said 4. You can say any. You can say drawing room, bedroom, kitchen, dining room. Okay? So I am saying again, the 4 different rooms in my house are drawing room, bedroom, dining room, study room. Okay? You will learn this. Now come to our next question. What it is? What do we call the house where we live? What do we call the house where we live? You stay in a house, you have to say what you call it. Okay? What do we call the house where we live? We all live in a house, and that house what we call? Answer will be, the house where we live is called our home. The house where we live is called our home. Again listen. The house where we live is called our home. Okay? The house where we live is called our home. This is the answer of this question. Okay? Next. In which room do you sleep at night? Means at the night time, where you sleep. Okay? In which room do you sleep at night? What we will say? We'll say, at night I sleep in my bedroom. 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 Understand? At night I sleep in my bedroom. Okay? This you have to learn. Next. Where do we cook our meal? Means your mother cooks something for you every day. Where she cook? Okay. So this is, meal means food. Okay. Meal means that food item which you are going to take for your lunch or dinner. Okay. Or breakfast also. Where do we cook our meal? Where do we cook our meal? We cook our meal. We cook our meal. Where? In the kitchen. We cook our meal in the kitchen. We cook our meal in the kitchen. Understand? And this is the last question. Where do you make your guests sit? When somebody come to your house, where you make them sit? Okay? So, where do you make your guests sit? Where do you make your guests sit? We make our guests sit in our drawing room. The room in which the guests are sit. There is TV, there is sofa, That room is known as drawing room. Okay. What you will say? We make our guests sit. We make our guests sit in our drawing room. Understand? Understand this 5 question? One more time I am repeating. Name the 4 different rooms in your house. Name the 4 different rooms in your house. The 4 different rooms in my house are drawing room, bedroom, dining room, study room. Okay? These are the 4. If I say 2 rooms of your house, then you will say bedroom or drawing room or kitchen. Anything. Any 2, 3, 4. What I am going to ask you. Next. What do we call the house where we live? We call the house where we live is our home. The house where we live, again listen, the house where we live, we call our home. The house where we live, we call it our home. Okay, the house where we live, we call it our home. This is the 3rd question. Then, in which room do you sleep at night? In which room do you sleep at night? At night, I sleep in my bedroom. At night, I sleep in my bedroom. Okay? Next, where do we cook our meal? Where do we cook our meal? We cook our meal. We cook our meal in the kitchen. We cook our meal in the kitchen. Okay? Next, where do you make your guests sit? Where do you make your guests sit? We make our guests sit in our drawing room. We make our guests sit in our drawing room. Understand? Where do you make your guests sit? What you will say the answer? You will say, we make our guests sit in our drawing room. Understand everybody? Very good. Now we will revise what I have teach you earlier. Same questions. How many members are there in your family? There are, you will say, there are 5 members in my family. Okay, there are 3 members in my family. There are 4 members in my family. Okay. Next question. What is your father? Or one more type question. What does your father do? What does your father do? You can say, my father is a serviceman. Or my father is a doctor. My father is a businessman. Okay. Next question. What I have teach you? What is your mother? Or you can say, what does your mother do? You will say, my mother is a doctor. My mother is a nurse. Okay? My mother is a housewife. What is your sister's or brother's name? If you have sister, you will say, my sister's name is, you will say the name. If you have brother, you will say, my brother's name is. Okay, this is about your brother and sister's name. Next, what kind of house do you live in? What is the question? What kind of house do you live in? I live in a big house. What kind of house do you live in? I live in a big house. What is the answer? I live in a big house. Okay. Then, are there many rooms in your house? Are there many rooms in your house? What will be the answer? You will say, yes, there are many rooms in my house. Yes, there are many rooms in my house. Okay. And after that, I have teach these questions. Okay. that one is the last 6 questions, and after that I have given you more 5 questions. Total how many questions? 11 questions. You will learn these questions. Okay? So today's study over, students. Thank you.